Words can create worlds. What makes for good writing? We'll find out today on Into the Words. Hey, well, welcome to Into the Words. I am your host, Mr. McGrath, and today we'll be looking at an informational writing and just looking at two things here that can make your informational writings great. Now, I know the words informational writing do not spark joy perhaps within you, but watch what he does. I'm going to tell you before we even read Charlie's work titled 3 Adventurous Places, the two things to look for here: how well organized it is. We have an introduction, we have a conclusion, and then there are 3 places, and each of those 3 paragraphs has a very clear topic sentence. Having an organized informational writing helps your reader follow along, okay? And again, I know that doesn't tickle you, but here's what Charlie does that will tickle you. He thinks a little beyond the assignment, and instead of just thinking of touristy destinations such as theme parks and such, he says, let me do something different. And this is something you can bring to your informational writing, is a little verve, a little gusto. So let's read Charlie's work, 3 Adventurous Places. I like to go to places that people do not know a lot about. I like to because there's a lot to discover, and I can pay less attention to the histories and more to the mysteries. Traveling is more enjoyable when you don't have to stand around and listen to the history. I've never been to a boring place like that, but I never want to either. The first place I would want to go to is Pompeii. This would be a great place to visit because I want to see all the burnt down buildings and see if I could find some interesting ancient artifacts of the ghost city, or if there was anything Pink Floyd left behind when they visited and recorded a live performance in a Pompeian amphitheater. If I had enough money, I could rebuild the city or found a museum. I also want to see if I could find out some secrets of the city or pieces of historical scenes that nobody has discovered yet. Also, I could start a magazine just about Pompeii. Another place I would want to go is Stonehenge. This would be a great place to visit because I want to see if I can find out who made Stonehenge or who raised the stones and find out some other secrets. And I could make a fake Stonehenge and confuse the scientists and maybe get a headline on TV. The third place I want to go is the Mariana Trench. This would be a great place to visit because I want to discover new animals and plants that James Cameron, Don Walsh, Bathyscaphe Trieste, and Jacques Picard did not find when they were on their expeditions to the bottom of the trench. And if I find a hole that goes deeper into the trench, I could set a Guinness World Record for reaching the deepest place ever. And I could build a lab down there that scientists could stay in and see if they can discover new life forms. These are great places to go because they all have something to find or discover in them. And they are all cool places to go, and they all have something cool I want to do there. Like in the Mariana Trench, I could make an underwater city or spend my whole life exploring it. And in Pompeii, I could get a band to have a concert there with no audience, just like Pink Floyd. And at Stonehenge, I could make a fake Stonehenge. I will probably not be able to go to these places because Pompeii is restricted. And to go to the Mariana Trench, I would need a really advanced submarine. These trips would be helpful because I could learn a lot, and if I find out any secrets, I could make a lot of money off of it. It could also help unravel even bigger secrets that expert scientists could figure out. I could go to these places if I owned a successful online tech-related company and made lots of money. Excellent. I bet as you were listening, you had 2 reactions related to the 2 things. I bet you could see and hear when I hit a new paragraph because it's so well organized. And I bet you had a few moments when you kind of snorted with a little LOL action there, and perhaps you're not familiar with Pink Floyd playing at Pompeii, or he has an allusion, ALLUSION, allusion to a movie called Spinal Tap with the fake Stonehenge. And so maybe you didn't catch those references, but I'm sure they struck you as a little offbeat. And that is something you can use in your informational writings. Yes, have a really tight organization just like Charlie's here, but also give it a little life. And that is what will make your writing awesome and effective, just like Charlie's here. I hope you loved it, I hope you learned from it, and I'll see you next time on Into the Words. Would you like your writing to be featured on Into the Words, young writer? Send it to jamie.mcgrath@sccpss.com.